you're attracting the wrong women. What if I told you that the reason why you think that you're not attracting the right woman has nothing to do with your looks, your success, or money? The truth is, you're doing it all wrong, but I'm going to show you how. I'm guilty of this. I thought it was all about confidence. It was about just being yourself. It was about showing them the best version of yourself. Well, it's not just that, is it? Because you wouldn't be here. You see, you can be doing all of that and still not being able to connect the way you see, we've been lied to about how to attract women. And it's not your fault. You see, the things that are the people that came before us worked for them. In this genuine generation, we're doing things firsthand ourselves. They didn't have to deal with emotional intelligence. They didn't have to deal with women being able to earn or out-earn a man. They didn't have to deal with feminism. They didn't have to deal with half of the stuff that we're dealing with today. So unfortunately, their advice is void. Stop trying to do things the old school way. We need to adapt, we need to learn new things and move forward with a new, brand new. Here's me thinking that the reason why I was stuck in the friend zone was to do with the fact that I didn't set the boundaries, right? That's what we've been told, that it's your fault. You were the soft guy, you were the kind guy, right? And although, don't get me wrong, some of it may be true. The one guy that I rate in this thing is Casey Zander. He's the only one that I can actually vouch for in terms of what he shares. It's nothing to do with your power or being an alpha male. What it has to do with is your confidence. It's to do with the fact that you just don't care. You don't give a toss, right? You see, there's a difference between being confident and being someone that just doesn't care, right? There's different types of nonchalant. There's nonchalant and it's like you can't drive it, and then there's nonchalant. No, I can control it and I can switch it on and off. The new guy, that's the level you need. You need to be able to care when it's time to care and not to really give a shit when it's time not to give a shit. You see, until you're able to distinguish the two, you're going to put yourself in difficult position where you're going to care too much and she's going to be put off by the fact that you're being feminine instead of masculine. However, when she's having arguments and you're like, can we not just talk about it? The fact that you're able to disconnect and show her that you're not affected by what she says shows her that you're really in charge of how you feel. And when you're in charge of how you feel, if someone isn't in charge of how they feel, they're likely to follow. We all have this problem. Because we've been struggling so much. By the way, I'm here to tell you, if you're part of guys who are improving themselves, guys or people that are really bettering themselves every day, you're working towards getting yourself a better job, you're ambitious, you're driven, you're doing things for yourself, you are not meant to be struggling. That's the truth. The people that are struggling are the people that believe that, going to school, getting a normal job, and then looking for your ideal partner somehow should materialize into something real. That model is outdated. Yeah? Women are outdoing men by far. You want to know how? My mastermind has 80% women and 3 or 4% men. Or 10% or 20%. Right? It's crazy. And the reason why I can tell you that is because the truth of the matter is men are just not in a position women are in right now, because the women that are taking advantage of the current equity or level of disparity are taking advantage of it, rightly so. They're doing the best they can because they are motivated to do it for whatever reasons they have. But as guys, we're not given that many opportunities anymore. Why? Because we're expected to have it figured out. We're expected to be the guys that have it also. It's something you probably won't believe. Women don't want a nice guy. They don't want him. They don't. They've been telling us this for years. But we keep hearing the wrong things because we're listening based on our perception of what a nice guy is. Let me tell you what a nice guy is to them. A nice guy is someone that can make a choice. I choose today not to be nice. You see, a guy that is just purely kind isn't nice. To them, that's harmless. That's a man they should pity. That's a man that they don't regard as a man. Because they're not attracted to. A woman, when they talk about nice, they take for granted the fact that they will have to consider him attractive. How do you enter the attractive box? You're someone, and I need you to listen to this carefully, you're someone that has the attribute of a male that can not just protect her, but that can give her the feel that she's with someone that can not just guide her, but make her feel things. In order for her to look at you as someone that can allow her to feel things, you need to be a man. That means you need to have your frame in check, you need to have your mind in check, you need to have your body in check. You cannot be a guy that she's not actually attracted to and expect good things to happen from that. Listen, I'm not here to tell you this is how you pick one girl. I want you to make the choices. Because once you enter the market that's really for you, you get to choose. And the reason I'm saying that is because I struggled. I really did. But I didn't have to anymore once I started working on myself. And what I'm trying to tell you here is that once you get into that space, you get to choose. Because there's a heavy disparity. There's no good men out there. It's a free market. This is the thing, and this is where I may have to slightly disagree with Casey Zander. You see, his advice is slightly dating coaching related. Mine is a bit more, I'm actually going to get you into a relationship. And the reason why I believe that I should get into a relationship is because I believe there are men that are probably watching this channel may actually want to actually eventually get married and understand the dynamics of marriage in order for them to thrive in today's relationship marriage world, right? So the bad boy myth only works if you're doing one night stands or just looking to be in an unserious relationship. The nice guy just doesn't work. I mean, you might as well just throw that in the bin. It won't get you women, and it won't get you married. It won't get you. It just won't get you nothing. It might just get you lucky if they manage to pay you attention. But she won't stay. I'm sorry. I've seen it so many times where guys allow their woman to disrespect them because they are being kind. Today's world, you've got to be a man that knows his stuff. You've got to be a man that can protect his manhood. It's as simple as that. And if you don't believe that, I'll see you in 5 years. Let's see who's right. I may be wrong. But according to the books I've read, the people I've spoken to, the coaches, my results, I'm married and got kids, I may be right too. Reason then why you're not attracting women. It goes back to this. You want to be the guy that can control his nonchalant levels. When they're too extreme, you put them off. You see, girls say they don't want a nonchalant guy, but I'm here to tell you, if you are affected by your emotion, which is the other extreme, you're not in no luck either. So it's all about balance, you see. They are attracted to a nonchalant guy because he's not impressed by them. They need someone that cannot be swayed or influenced by the way they act, move, or behave. Because to them, that shows them stability, not your stability, but stability in yourself. Okay? So when they can see that this guy doesn't move, this guy isn't moved by what I'm doing, it's like, ooh, you're not flinching, right? That sort of vibe. They can let God, see it as gods. God number one goes down. Okay? God number one gets you laid, gets you their attention, gets you potentially, if someone's really attracted to you, potentially very, very liked and what's not. Great. Now, barrier level 2, how you get that down is by doing this. Understanding when to turn up the heat. And what I mean by turn up the heat is you need to be able to manipulate your own emotions. This is not you have nothing. There's nothing you can manipulate about them, and that's because when God number one is simply established that it's just not your problem. You just don't care enough to manipulate their emotions. It's just you don't care. You're prioritizing your goals. You're prioritizing your dreams. You're about your business. What you care about right now is okay, cool. I'm interested in this girl and I'm going to be intentional about it. I'm going to be intentional enough for her to understand that although she's important to me, she's not pedestal to me. She's just someone I highly value and respect and honor. I've been told that women miss when men used to chase and validate and all of that stuff. The reason why that doesn't work anymore is because the market's changed. Once you get into the type of men they're actually interested in, which has nothing to do with your height, by the way, it just has to do with how you carry yourself. You've entered the confident circle, let's call it. You're confident, you're ambitious, you're driven, you look after yourself, okay? This is so you can be visible. I need you to understand something here. If you're not visible, you're going to go through the struggle every other guy goes through, which is they can't see you, so they won't swipe you. You will be part of the guys that go through 200 swipes before it gets a date. And I'm telling you this because I had experienced that. I was on Hinge, Tinder, all these other dating apps, and there was a time where I wasn't getting anything. To the point where I thought, does this apps even work? But then I thought to myself, what if I was to change my energy? What if I was to change my attitude about this, right? And I did, right? I started working on my physique, I started working on my finances, I started working on my mindset, I started understanding female nature. And these 4 pillars being mastered is what led me to it. I was catapulted, I was promoted, right? And when I was promoted, I started making the decisions. I started setting the boundaries. I started saying things like, and I'm not gonna lie, I was extreme at first because this was new to me. So I was trying to figure it out. And it was ridiculous. I used to tell girls, I want nothing to do with you. And they still were there. I remember there was a conversation I had with a girl and she was like to me, oh, I know you're sleeping with other girls, but I really need you to tell her this. How about you tell her that you're no longer interested in her because you want me? That's when I said they're crazy. They are flipping crazy. Right? I'm thinking to myself, how did we get here? Like, this is the same guy that used to struggle with women. I've got a girl drafting me a message to send to someone else. Right? I'll give you another example. I was on a party holiday and I was in this situation and the girl basically said to me, I know that you're going to misbehave because I know girls are attracted to you. So do what you want and when you come back, we can discuss. Does it look like I'm kidding? I need you to understand something. I don't gain anything by telling you this. I'm just telling you this stuff works. Right? And that's because I've been on both spectrums. I've been the guy that was rejected left, right, and center, had no luck with women, and I've also been the guy that had a lot of choices. And I'm here to tell you, the difference between the two is knowing how to calibrate the nonchalant levels. But in order for you to calibrate them, you need to be visible. If you're not visible, I'm sorry, you're not part of the people that can be seen. And I need everyone to stop lying to people. You're not, it's not about being nice. They don't see you because they're not attracted to you. So you've got to work on your attractiveness. Listen, by the way, I love Jonathan Mayers, right? But he's the prime example. Imagine Jonathan Mayers fat. Bro, you've got to work on your physique. This is your prime. As a man, they want to see the hypergamy, which is the natural side, and you can check this out if you don't believe me, but it's wired to make women sort of feel attracted to guys that look after themselves. And I'm not saying you've got to be like me and all macho and gym. No, you can just be someone that does physical activities. But you are not allowed to be fat and single. Oh, hell no. That's wrong on so many levels. You need to work on yourself. It's hard. And until something changes, that's just how the market goes. And I'm not here to tell you that, oh, I'm against this, how it works and blah, blah, blah. No, I'm just telling you what women want. Because they won't tell you. Because they're trying to protect you. But I'm telling you, protection doesn't get you laid. Doesn't get you in a relationship. What gets you in a relationship is understanding what they actually want. And what they actually want is a fit guy that knows how to handle his emotion and isn't swayed by them talking crap at them. Stop trying to attract women. It is not about them. Become the man that can pull them through because of how you carry yourself. And because you carry yourself with class, you carry yourself with discipline, you carry yourself with authority, you start to make choices. Until then, you are going to struggle. Guys, if you're a teenager, it's going to be tough. It's going to be rough. Because you're going to have nothing. You're a liability to guys that want to climb the ladder, and you're a liability to women, right? Because women treat older. Men naturally mature way after women do. And it's like that. So here's my thing, okay? As a young guy, if you're watching this, my advice to you is this. Focus on your physique. You set yourself up at the age of 15, 16, 17, 18 with the right physique, because you have time. 20, 30-year-olds don't have the time that you have. So you have time. Learn, read books. You can go on YouTube, learn free stuff there. You have these 3 pillars set up first. By the time you get to 2021, which is when things start to turn over slowly, you're going to have a lot of choices. But it starts with today. You work on your physique, you work on your mindset. You prepare yourself for real life. Real life means you actually have tangible skills that the market will find useful. I'm not here to sugarcoat crap to you. The truth of the matter is, no one's telling you the truth. Yeah? We've got extremists trying to benefit, or whatever the case is. I know that a lot of people watch this, so I need to be quite straight with you. I want to be straight with you. These are the 2 things you want to be focusing on. If you don't have money, physique and mindset. If you have money, then build your skill sets. Yeah? And focus on skill sets that make you money, and then get into your passion. At the end of the day, I need you to understand something. This is all about creating the life you are going to love. That's what we're here for. God wants you to be rich. God wants you to be happy. And it starts with you understanding that unless you set the bricks, no one else will. Society doesn't give a cross. They don't care about your dream. Girls don't care about your dream. Heck, I don't care about your dream. That's the truth. You want to know why I'm here? I've got a daughter who is going to grow up in a messed up society because people are so scared to tell the truth. If I don't do something, I don't know who else will. Because I'm looking around, man. Everyone's after themselves. It's a cold world. And guess what? I'm going to have to look after mine. And that is by helping you. So believe me when I say that my intentions are purely in your benefit, because they're in mine. You become a man of value. You produce a man of value. You teach men how to be a man of value. My wife, my daughter's going to have access to a man of value. It's that simple. So, if you're interested in my 12-week coaching program, and that is for the people that are slightly advanced, I'm opening up free spaces. Those free spaces will go in a heartbeat. I have just gone from 1.5 followers on Facebook to 5K. I haven't even replied to all the messages, right? I've got my high ticket selling coaching course. I've got things happening. Calendar's filling fast, but I just need 3 people that I want to work with for the next 12 weeks. And my commitment to you is that by the end of this 12-week period, not only you're going to be part of the people that can attract the right woman, but you're also going to be able to do it in a way that allows you to calibrate your emotions. You see, the truth of the matter is, it's no longer about status, it's no longer about money, it's no longer about the looks, it's about how to calibrate your emotions. You see, once you're able to calibrate your emotions, you become emotion rich. And in this current dating market, it can land you some of the most beautiful women. A man that knows how to control his emotions. I'm not gonna lie to you, I've had my fun, because when everyone was going left, I picked right. And it was all about understanding how to understand my emotions. How to understand what time is it to be, is this the time to be confident? Is this the time to be slightly vulnerable or transparent? But just not extremely transparent. Transparent in a way that allows the woman to feel like these guys never said this to anyone. I'm special. So please believe me when I say this works. Cool. So if this video has added value to you, I want you to do one thing and one thing only. Of course, if you're interested in a 12-week coaching course, like I said, book the call. But if not, subscribe. Drop a comment below. Let me know what your story is. I want to hear your story. I want to hear your challenges, and I want to see how this is helping you. You see, it's about understanding that we now are in a phase where masculinity meets emotional intelligence. And the people that get there first get the most. So, let's build better relationships, one conversation at a time. I'm rooting for you, and I hope to see you in the next video. If you're interested in more, you may want to watch this video. See you next time.